most of you guys probably know, but some of you might not, that this is actually a health and nutrition YouTube channel, which has unfortunately been hijacked by this botched eye nightmare for almost 2 years now. But even before that, I kind of stopped sharing new ideas because of all the plagiarizing and copycats and people that didn't give me credit. But at this point, every single original idea I came up with, those first 5 or 6 years of my YouTube channel, through my own experimenting and research, every single idea I ever came up with has been made mainstream. Basically, common knowledge. It's been shoved down the throat of the entire United States user base by these TikTok shills that at this point have hundreds of millions of views. Whether it's the carnivore diet, the nutrient density of animal foods, the type of water you should be drinking, all of these components of health I discussed, like Wi-Fi shielding, even really, really nuanced stuff like arsenic in rice, creatine causing hair loss, boosting testosterone from beef testicles, things that no one was talking about years ago have now become mainstream by these people, and they've never mentioned my name once. These people are literally secret society agents, people in the club masquerading as health influencers to get you to purchase their products. Or, it could be those people walking through Costco telling you to buy this or that, preaching a sloppy version of my health and nutrition advice from years ago. And there's no real point in naming these people because it's literally every single health and nutrition influencer. None of them are legitimate or organic, which is kind of ironic. But I'm not exaggerating. Every single, I don't want to get into this and talk too much about the secret society stuff, but it's pretty obvious what's going on. And I said I wasn't going to name people, and there probably isn't a point, but if you go back and look at the videos that these people were making years ago, if they didn't delete them yet, I wouldn't be surprised if these people deleted most of their videos to cover their tracks, to hide the fact that before Frank Tufano came along, everyone was wrong, whether they were preaching vegan or vegetarian nonsense or just had no clue what they were talking about, saying things like fluoride is safe. These are the people that, what's the saying? They flip the coin. They would say or do anything. They actually have no clue what they're talking about. It's just once the correct information becomes mainstream, bandwagon, that's the word I was thinking of. They're riding the bandwagon. Except this time, the bandwagon coming from Frank Tufano is actually correct. Now, YouTube was a lot different 10 years ago because there was still some chance of being like a legitimate influencer. Now it's really, really controlled. Back then you could say it was controlled, but compared to now, literally no one besides the secret society shills is getting any views. It's all fake. But now all of those agents and shills and influencers have made billions of dollars off of my ideas collectively, while I'm still struggling and still trying to do new things every week only to be copied over and over again. And that includes my business ideas. They've been copied and astroturfed, whether it's the best bars by that kid Jake Levy, the beef tallow chips have been copied by Vandy, the honey ice cream is that guy, Ice Cream for Bears. That's where he got the idea. He stole it from me. These selfish parasites stole my ideas and used my creativity to pocket millions and millions of dollars. And not one of these snakes had any shred of decency to even mention my name once. That's the crazy part about it to me. The literal 100 plus, probably several hundred health and nutrition influencers entirely that are most likely studying and watching my videos in secret have never mentioned my name once. Not one of these lying, two-faced cocksuckers gave me any credit at all reading from a script written by me. It's fucking crazy. And what makes it even worse is they aren't selling legitimate products. One of them made millions and millions of dollars selling salt mixed with chemicals as an electrolyte formulation. Literally, sodium with natural flavors, saying it's electrolytes, and he gets millions and millions of dollars in sales on Amazon. These people are using my health and nutrition research to sound smart so they can guide you to their inferior products. It's always about money. Now, some of these products might have been a little decent, still not correct. Most of them are snake oil, and all of these products are 2 to 3 times the price of what you should be paying anyway. One that was bothering me the other day was Based Body Works, that's selling shampoo for like $30 or $40 a bottle, which has incorrect ingredients in it compared to mine, and mine's like less than 1/3 of the price. And I thought at this point that I would have a large enough platform to launch my ideas without them being stolen, but that's not the case. And I'd honestly rather just give up with all my ideas still in my head than let these manipulative parasites profit any more off of them. And there's only so many things you can patent, guys, but it's just really creepy to me. You know, I was eating off of a cutting board. Like when I was on the carnivore diet, I would eat my meals on a cutting board. And that was kind of this weird nuanced thing that I would do. And then people started copying that, you know, to try to be original and innovative. And I'm also pretty sure I was the first person to walk through the supermarkets and do that type of stuff from a health and nutrition perspective. And now literally every single person is doing it. You know, these Costco shills are the big ones doing it. People walking through Whole Foods grocery stores. And I was that original person to do it. And no one even knows who I am. And I didn't do a video about this yet, but this society has been around for tens of thousands of years. And these psychopaths in charge reset it over and over again, almost like playing a game of Monopoly, except they control the pieces from the start. And what I'm assuming is they're using ideas from past lifetimes to sell you products every go around. And for me to have so many original and creative $1 million ideas and to be taken advantage of like this is something that I don't think's really happened before. I think it's really strange. But my creativity is the only thing I'm good at. You know, that's the gift I was given. It's natural creativity, and I'm able to apply that really well to my business. But yeah, if I'm not able to use it, I might as well just throw in the towel. You know, get this doctor to write me a check for what he did to my eyes. And then not stress out about this anymore. You know, before any of this stuff happened to my face, I was struggling enough with my business and these people copying me and the censorship and the shadow banning, and it hasn't gotten any better. But I hope you guys can understand why I don't really do the health and nutrition stuff anymore, especially considering what's happened over these past 2 years.